pretty nice morning here. Wow, we have an amazing day here in Seattle. My goodness. Taking it nice and easy for the pedestrians. But it is cold, but it is very nice out. Oh. Check my speed, check his speed. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. Seattle, Washington. A little bit of ice out. We'll see. So I find that it's my visor or my helmet that's whistling a little bit. So if you have tips on how to decrease the whistling on that, let me know. I think I might need to close some of the gaps or something. Oh, there's ice. Ooh, a little slush there. Nice day, nice day. There's been a lot of people giving tips about how to reduce wobbles or how to deal with wobbles. You have Johnny Vroom giving some good advice. He recently posted this morning, and then also Wheel Good Time giving some advice. And then interestingly, the feedback on some of it will be people saying, well, why don't you just prevent the wobbles? You don't have wobbles in the first place, or it's all muscle. You know, that's the criticism that people are tending to give on that. And I'm thinking that if we look at the intention of people trying to help out, I think they actually are giving some pretty solid, pretty useful advice. And here I am, I'll tell you, I have put a lot of miles on a much smaller wheel, but here I am now on this Bug-Out Extreme, which to me is a little bit heavier compared to what I'm used to. And I'm going to tell you that I almost feel like I had to relearn the wheel. And remember, I was not even using any pads on the Nikola Plus, so that adds to the difference between this wheel and the other wheel. So I have to say, Wheel Good Time, thank you, Johnny Vroom, appreciate it. Anybody who's trying to give educational tips, and I know that we all ride differently and we all learn our journeys in our own unique way. So sometimes people give advice on certain techniques and maybe you don't need to use that yourself. Totally fine. I just think that it's nice for people to share what they've learned. Oh my goodness, it's quite the morning here. We're going respectable speeds. People on their commute. This place in the summer is absolutely amazing. You'll have to visit Myrtle Edwards Park and this trail here if you come to Seattle. If you do the Seattle Saturday night ride, then you definitely have been on this one before. We're just going to speed it up for a little bit. Get a little acceleration. I definitely feel so much more comfortable on this wheel. I've been doing a little bit of riding without camera, without having you along, which I think is good. What speed? 16, 15 miles per hour. I think I was going a little bit slower than that cyclist. Having our passes respectfully. Honestly, I can't see much because the sun's in my eyes, but I tell you, to my right, it's looking very nice. I also did kind of go back to some other videos. Like there is a content creator who is making some excellent quality videos. I'm not going to say his name, but I would look at some of the advice given, and it did appear to me that maybe it's not the best way to ride. So I'm okay with people not agreeing with the advice that others give. I do think sometimes I've seen a video and be like, wow, I don't know if I agree with that. But then I try it out myself and it's like, actually, that's kind of interesting technique. Like if you look at U-Stride's video of how to accelerate, how he kind of has his right side down and his right foot down, kind of like keeping in contact with the wheel, and then he has his left toe kind of used to accelerate. It's kind of interesting, which kind of goes along with the principle of reducing or preventing wobbles, where you have sort of an asymmetric stance, or because like Johnny Go Vroom and Wheel Good Time were talking about, if you have your feet completely parallel to each other and then you try to do a hard acceleration, what can happen is that it can produce a significant amount of wobbles. But if you have kind of a little bit of offset, maybe a little more heel on your right side, a little more toe on your left side, and then you try to accelerate in sort of a curve pattern. It doesn't necessarily have to be a really strong curve. It can just be a kind of a really gentle whew. Then that can be a big way of preventing the wobbles from happening. What it comes down to is that straight lines and parallel riding is not necessarily the best way to go about maintaining balance. Interesting the way that guy was looking at my wheel. Sometimes I don't really like to make eye contact with a cyclist because lots of times they get a little judgy on me, even if I'm going slower than them. But sometimes if it's a friendly person and they're smiling at me, I'll give them a smile. Going to work. There's some ice. Oh yeah, winter came back to Seattle. So a couple weeks ago we had 60 degrees, and now here we are with freezing weather again, which I'm totally fine. What I do like is having clear skies. This is quite a nice treat, having the clear skies. I think we are going to come up and make a pass here in a little bit. We got a nice wide berth.
Up there.
Oh, it's eagle. Actual eagle.
Wing.
Wow.
He was out before. I thought, what is he doing with that? And I realized it's a camera.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, you might get it.
Yeah, I see it right there. That's amazing.
Yeah, and just the fact that it's the Art Deco wingtip of an eagle.
I love that. Yeah, so there's an eagle sitting on top of the wings of an art eagle, a piece of sculpture. They're probably scouting out, have excellent view of the area. Okay, cool. What a day. So yes, if you had watched any of my previous videos, you definitely saw that I was having a wobble situation. And I have been taking the advice of these content creators because I know I have a lot to learn. And that's the thing about this, is that even though I have a fair amount of skills, I really have so much improvement if I'm ever going to be any serious electric unicycle rider, not just the guy who talks into a camera by himself, you know? Okay. Got the sun in our eyes. And we got a green light. There we go. But yeah, I'm definitely getting more comfortable at the seated riding. Some people were saying that the feet have a lot to do with it. Who was that? Who was that saying that the feet had a lot to do with it? Was it Black Elroy who was saying that the feet had a lot to do with it? And you know that. Friggin', they're pretty good riders. Goodness, what a day. Yeah, we got some nice, starting to feel way more comfortable in this thing. Really having a good time this morning. I did hit the beeps the other day. I hit the beeps at about 45 miles per hour below 50. Hold on, got a good. Yeah, I hit the beeps yesterday. love the torque on this thing. You just fly up hills, never have to worry about over torquing it. Just love it. These Seattle hills are nothing for this thing. Woo! First into downtown. Gorgeous Seattle morning, a little chilly. Tesla is one thing that can out-accelerate me, but they're gonna let me have some space. Just enjoying a nice commute through downtown Seattle. Safe. Enjoying suspension. Morning coffee. Pike Place Market. Do you want to see the Pike Place Market real fast? Alright, we can do that. Yeah, here we go. Pike Place Market. Yeah. Good morning. Cool. Nice to get in here in the morning. Everything's fresh. Not too many cars or people around. It smells like pastries. It smells pastries. Really nice morning here. Seattle Pike Place Market. We got one of the original Starbucks that has that one original type logo. Not too busy. Actually, you can get in and out real fast today. There's like nobody in there. Got the ferries over there to our left. Ooh, should we go up this street? This is kind of a scary street. Okay, let's see what happens here. I mean, I guess you have to face your fears, but honestly, I'd prefer not to be on the street. It seems to be doing pretty well. Seattle is a great place to visit, though. You should definitely check it out sometime in your lives if you can make it here. Gonna go ahead and take a right on 5th, where we have monorail. Seattle monorail was made for the World's Fair. It only has 2 stations, basically, downtown and then towards Seattle Center. Here we go, I got a ride through downtown Seattle. Not too much traffic here. Pretty nice morning here to ride electric unicycle, I'll tell you that much. Got our hand signals. Okay. Super peaceful morning though. But yeah, I do think that when it comes down to it, the main way to prevent the wobbles is just getting more experience. Fairly busy traffic here. We got a lot of people trying to turn right. Make it through this. subscribing, commenting, liking. Definitely appreciate the engagement.